Hello everyone, my name is Yarili Jimenez Saldana and I will be presenting on photographer Barbara Morgan. Originally born Barbara Brooks Johnson, she was born on July 8th of the 1900s. Originally from Buffalo, Kansas, shortly after her birth, her parents decided to move to Southern California where she grew up in a peach ranch. She then went on to study in the University of California in LA from 1919 to 1923 when she graduated and she studied painting. As a creative, she did a lot of work, like help her colleague and friend Edward Winston install an exhibition of his work in the UCLA Gallery. She also released two books, one with Martha Graham in 1941 by the name of Martha Graham, 16 Dances and Photographs, and her second book, released a decade later in 1951, named Summer's Children, a photographic of life at camp. She's also the co-founder of magazine Aperture, which is very influential till this day, that was released in 1951 alongside with her fellow creators and colleagues Ansel Adams, Beaumont Nawal, and Dorothea Lange. She was a painter up until 1935 when she gave birth to her son. After giving birth to her son, that's when her photography career started, because she was looking for a creative outlet that she can practice quickly and efficiently now that she had a child. Eventually, her talent in her choice of abstract style set her apart from the rest of her colleagues. Her diverse work really captured the essence of life movement and dance. She wanted to capture what she called the inner meaning of people and wanted to also capture elements of photography and life, light and motion. Her fascination with gesture and movement made her determined to record what she called the world's rhythmic vitality. She then went on to meet Martha Graham after she moved to New York City in 1935. Martha Graham actually plays a very pivotal role in her career. They established a creative partnership with each other to capture the beauty of gesture and motion in dance. Together, they led a photography project to document over 40 dancers and choreographers, which were featured in their book together.
With his film for a while and had to change film. And Martha and I were introduced, and I immediately said how much we had enjoyed her beautiful production, and that when I had seen it, I immediately wondered if she'd had any connection with Indian ritual. And she said, absolutely. That's one of the most inspiring things of my life. And then, without knowing what I was saying, I said, then I would like to do a book on your work. And she impulsively said, then I'll work with you. And we shook hands. And that was it. With
She makes a lot of her interests in her meanings, concepts, and inspirations for her photography. As you can see here, here are the couple examples of them. For example, dance and visual stimuli were something super big in with throughout her photography, as well as the iconographic power of gesture. Unfortunately, after her husband's death in 1967, her focus shifted a bit. She stopped using the dynamic human figure in her work and focused more on things like abstract photographs, landscape, and photo montages. One of my favorite pieces by her is the photography in the middle by the name of Doug and Toad, which was released in 1942. She lived to be 92 years old and died August 17th of 1992, shortly after republishing one of her photos by the name of Martha Graham, Letter to the World, Kick, from 1986. She released before her death. And I leave you here with a quote of hers that I really like. Primarily, I am after that instant combustion, when all the energies of the spirit are wonderfully coordinated with the action of the body. Thank you very much.